Ubizo Lungibize engalweni Ngiyokhalela bani nayi iphimbo lami liphindaphinde entabeni Ngithi inyawo zami ngibeleze kulomhlaba nemsini Ngifunana noxolo engalweni
Sawubona to you, sawubona to yours, from one great spirit to another. Igama lami uThulani Malivu. Welcome to Ubizo Dating. Today we speak about something many people avoid: boredom. Not because it is painful, but because it is quiet, and in that quiet, something uncomfortable begins to surface. Your relationship with yourself. Because the real question is not whether life is entertaining. The real question is this: can you remain steady when nothing is stimulating you? Let's speak about the addiction to stimulation. We are living in a time of constant stimulation: phones, music, content, conversations, noise. At any moment, you can escape silence. At any moment, you can distract yourself from stillness, and over time, something begins to happen. The mind becomes uncomfortable with nothingness. It begins to crave constant input, constant entertainment, constant distraction, and boredom starts to feel like something is wrong. Let's speak about what boredom actually reveals. I've come to understand from one great spirit to another that boredom is not the absence of activity, it is the absence of distraction. When stimulation disappears, what remains is your thoughts, your emotions, your restlessness, your unfinished inner conversations. This is why many people avoid boredom, because in that space, the mind begins to speak more honestly, and not everyone is ready to listen. Let's speak about the inability to sit still. Many people say they lack discipline, but often the deeper issue is this: they cannot sit with themselves long enough to build anything meaningful. They move from one distraction to another. They start something, abandon it when it becomes repetitive, search for excitement again, but mastery requires something different: consistency without excitement. Just the ability to continue even when it feels ordinary, even when it feels slow, and even when it feels boring. Let's speak about boredom as a gateway to depth. Something powerful happens when you stop running from boredom. I've come to understand that you begin to go deeper. Your thoughts become clearer, your focus becomes sharper, your creativity begins to emerge, because depth requires time, and time requires stillness. Most people never reach depth because they never stay in one place long enough to access it. Let's speak about training the mind to stay. From one great spirit to another, mastery is not built in moments of excitement. It is built in moments of repetition, practice, consistency, showing up again and again. And that process often feels boring, I would say. And that is where strength is developed, when you train your mind to stay, even when it wants to escape, even when it wants something more exciting. That is when discipline begins to mature. Let's speak about the quiet power of steadiness. There is a quiet power in steadiness, just the ability to remain present, to continue the work, to sit with silence without panic, to exist without needing constant stimulation. This is not emptiness. This is inner stability. And people who develop this stability can build things that last, because they are not dependent on excitement to keep going. So today, ask yourself something honestly, great spirit. When the noise disappears, when the distractions are removed, when there is nothing to entertain you, can you remain steady? Because boredom is not your enemy. Boredom is a test of whether you are in control of your attention, or whether your attention is constantly searching for escape. And those who learn to pass this test develop a kind of focus that the distracted world rarely understands. Until next time, okuhle, umusa, kanye nokukhanya ekuhambeni kwakho. Light, mercy, and blessings upon your journey. Ubizo Daily, the call continues.